Good money habits start with your very first paycheck. So sign up for a Chime checking account today to link your paycheck. Get started at chime.com/super. That's chime.com/super. Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank North America or Stride Bank North America. Members FDIC. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. See chime.com/spotme. Yippee, 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 yippee.
Cock and balls. Huh. Nice. Sick. Well. What do we have here? A bunch of do-nothings, a bunch of losers with some free time. Probably don't have jobs, who are just lazing about, spending the government's dime, the hard-working man's dime. And what are you doing right now? Listening to a YouTuber's podcast. Well, we couldn't be any more excited that you're here to listen.
And we couldn't be more grateful that, you chose to spend your day with the funny brothers, Matt Watson
and Ryan McGee.
That's right. We've got a
SuperMegaCast.
The SuperMegaCast, right. It's a very special episode today. Ryan and I are on our primo top game next level bullshit. Okay?
Yeah.
We're back on that bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. We are back on that bullshit. I'll tell you something. And to prove it, take a look at this. You see this?
Matt, Matt's holding up a picture. Matt, what's the picture you're holding up to display?
The picture I'm holding up, brother, it's a very special picture to me. It's Eminem's mugshot. It says Slim Shady on it.
Is that a real mugshot?
No, it's strictly promotional for Slim Shady.
It would have been better if he... I'm sure. Does he have an actual mugshot out there?
I'm sure he's been arrested.
Should have probably used that for the promotion. Like you have the ability to use your own. Well, sorry, I don't want to get too into the episode because I have a surprise for you, Matt.
You have a surprise for me?
I do. I have a surprise for you. It's a surprise for us.
You serious?
But you don't know it, so it's a surprise to you. It's not a surprise to me. I already know what it is, but it's still a good thing for both of us.
Yeah. Okay. Lay it on me.
Now, we haven't partaken in a certain experience in quite a few episodes. So, feast your eyes on this little vial of poppers.
Oh. I don't know, after just getting out of rehab, I don't know if...
Come on,
why would
dude.
You...
Look, come on. It's like old times. Watch. Come on.
Nah, man, dude, they just
take a...
I don't know, dude. They warned me about guys like you in rehab.
Dude, what? About risk takers? Come on. About people who are just better than you in general? Who have the brave... basically what I'm saying is people like me are brave. Do you not agree?
Oh, I agree. Yeah, you're brave.
Brave enough to indulge in some things that make me be a little happy. Okay? It's the only way I can get through the day, and I have the courage to pick that up and snort it every time. I have the courage every goddamn day to snort that shit.
Yeah, but I mean...
Poppers, for those who are wondering what we're talking about.
I specifically went to Poppers Rehab, and I was in there for like 2.5 weeks. And then, the first episode...
I kept throwing rocks at your window.
I know, and I never checked, because I knew you would be outside the window going, holding up the Poppers bottle. It's like, I just got out this weekend. Why would you, start the podcast by, tempting me with Poppers?
Because you're back in the free world, baby.
That is true. I am out of rehab, which means...
Do you have the courage to take some poppers? These are questions like that friends ask. It's like, do you have the courage, even though you've had 5 shots, do you have the courage to drive home? To have the responsibility to drive you and your friends home, even though you drank too much?
I can't do it, Ryan. I'm sorry. I popped out of that lifestyle. I left it behind.
Completely?
I left the pop style behind, man. The pop life.
I thought it was going to be a good opening surprise.
No, it's the thought that counts, Ryan. It was a great opening surprise. It really was. But I learned a lot in rehab, and I made a new best friend while I was in the rehab clinic for poppers.
Who?
His name is Jesus Christ. I don't want you to be jealous.
This is made from natural supplements. This comes from a flower. Someone told me.
Ryan,
just squeeze it out the root.
My new best friend told me that, temptations, substances, it's the devil's way of getting inside of us.
I feel like we're way far off track.
I don't want the devil inside of me, getting inside of me.
Fine, you won't do poppers.
I don't want you to get mad at me.
We don't have to go on for 20 minutes about how you don't want to do it. I just thought it would be fun for a couple of friends to have some poppers together.
It's not that I wouldn't think.
Make a 20-minute goddamn speech. We get it. You don't want to do it. Talk about Jesus, throwing him under the bus, using him as your excuse.
I'm not throwing Jesus under the bus, man. He's my new best friend, and I learned a lot in rehab.
Jesus thinks I'm cool. You think he thinks I'm any less cool because I do poppers? No, he thinks I'm more cool.
I don't know if he thinks you're more cool.
Oh, well, you can only think. I know he thinks that I'm more cool.
How do you know that? Have you talked to him?
Yep.
What, do you talk to Jesus
every
on
night?
the phone?
I still
no,
pray.
You don't.
Every morning and every night.
Yeah, and I bet you $20 he doesn't fucking you don't hear his voice in your head saying, "Yeah, Ryan, I mean, you're more cool."
Granted, it's more of a feeling.
You just feel like he thinks you're more cool than me?
Yeah.
You're trying to pin me against Jesus now. Not going to work, brother. Not going to work. Because Jesus last night when I was praying told me that he thinks I'm actually cooler, and he actually told me last night that you were going to do this exact same thing. He said that, Ryan's going to give you poppers and you're going to turn them away, and then he's going to say that I said that I think he's more cool, but that's a lie, so just be prepared for that. So I came into this knowing that was going to happen. Yeah, let's just say maybe you should find a new friend to trust better, because I guess your friend Jesus ain't too trustworthy towards you. He's trustworthy towards me.
Not going to notice that I said I have. Just going to talk over me like I didn't even say anything. Like you always do.
Who?
You. The one who never listens.
No, I said who's your friend? Who's your new friend?
Oh, now you're interested. Now you're jealous.
I'm not jealous.
Little guy goes by the name of the Holy Spirit. Yep. He's in my pocket too. Almost got the whole fucking...
No,
family
you just have one.
Nope.
All you have is the Holy Spirit. You don't have Jesus Christ or the Father God.
Jesus Christ is in my pocket just as much as
No,
the Holy
he's not,
Spirit
dude.
is.
He's not in your pocket. He told me that.
As I said,
and he told me you would say this shit today.
As I said, it's a feeling.
All right, the Holy Ghost, maybe. Maybe I'll give you that, okay? I'll give you the Holy Ghost. But you don't have Jesus Christ, and you don't have the Son, you don't have the Father.
I don't think you can speak for Jesus, and I think it's pretty damning.
Hey, how about, hold on, give me a second. How about I pray about it? Yep. He said, Matthew, you can actually speak for me on this podcast episode. Hold on, is that right, Jesus? Yeah, he just gave me permission in my head when I prayed to him. He said, I'm allowed to be his representative on this episode of the podcast.
I think you just talked to yourself.
I talked to Jesus Christ.
I think you're a little child who plays these little improv games with yourself, telling you that you can speak to Jesus.
No, I can't.
And you think you're going to garner a following because people think you're closer to Jesus, when in reality you're just a sad sack who has to continue to leech and use Jesus as some sort of parasitic attachment. You have to show that Jesus loves me more. You should follow me. I'm awesome. I'm cool.
I never said that.
I'm not going to do poppers with my best friend Ryan.
Dude, Ryan, it's don't take it so personally, man.
You're just a pussy.
I'm not a pussy, man. I'm not a pussy.
You look like one.
No, I don't. Well, you know what, Ryan? I think that a woman's private parts is a very beautiful thing. So thank you for calling me beautiful.
You think that's beautiful?
No, it looks like a fucking dog's mouth, dude. Looks like a dog's gums and lips. It's disgusting. That's what I think.
Putrid.
It's so gross. It's so freaking gross. That gash? None for me, thanks. Jesus never indulged in the pussy, did he? Well, the Da Vinci Code would tell you that he did, but I don't subscribe to that.
Well, it didn't say strictly that it was intercourse.
That's true. It was just that he had a wife.
Yeah.
A lot of people were upset about that book, the Da Vinci Code.
A lot of people were upset about the Golden Compass as well, and that has a big giant polar bear in it. So People will just get mad at shit for no reason.
People like getting mad at shit for no reason.
It's fun.
It is.
I mean, like, I still like, it's fun to collectively go at something, but
I think all humans share a common trait where sometimes it's fun to get mad at something.
yeah, to collectively come together, raise yourself higher than the thing that
Makes you feel
messed
better.
up. It does. Makes you go, I didn't do that.
Exactly.
I didn't behead 5 guys last week, so I should feel better about myself.
Yeah, dude, you got head from 5 guys last week. Thank you, man. Thank you for giving me a fist bump on that one. Even though it was like
It's a compliment.
Even though like it was framed as like a diss.
Why would that be a diss?
Well, it's not a diss. It is a compliment. I'm actually proud of you for that. Getting head from 5 guys in 1 week is actually a pretty,
But you meant it as a diss. I want to go back to that because it seems like
I didn't mean it as a diss. You misheard me.
You said no. I didn't. I
Yes,
didn't
you
mishear
did.
you.
Yes, you did.
Luke, replay it.
Yeah, dude, you got head from 5 guys last week.
Now, actually, Luke, and replay it again.
Yeah, dude, you got head from 5 guys last week. No, actually, Luke, don't replay it.
Replay it one more time.
Yeah, dude, you got head from 5 guys last week.
You're stupid and wrong.
No, I'm not. Because I got head from 10 guys last week.
Congratulations.
And when I said it was a diss, you know why I said it was a diss? Because you only got head from 5 guys last week.
Oh. See?
I got head from
That's a
10
good
guys
excuse.
last week. 10. That meant on some days, I was doubling it up.
That's sick.
Thanks, man. How many days? I doubled it up on 3 or 4 days.
Tell me about them in detail each day.
No?
Do you remember the blowjobs specifically?
I don't need to go. I don't owe you that at all.
Okay, I mean, it's just a podcast. We need to fill up some airtime. You're the one that brought it up in
Talking
the
about
first place.
fellatio, dude? I don't think
Well,
so.
first you brought up that I was giving blowjobs to 5 guys.
I said getting head. I never said giving
sorry,
head.
I was getting head, and then you said you received
Was
head.
that a Freudian slip? Did you give
7.
blowjobs to 5 guys?
That's for me to know and for no one to find out. And then you moved on to you getting 10.
Yeah.
What's next?
11.
Okay.
You know? Maybe.
Are you going to say 12 next?
No.
If I
Because-
said 11, would you say 12?
No. I'd keep it at 11 if it was from the, right friend.
Hmm.
If the right friend ever, just decided to.
Well, I hope he shows up for you, buddy.
That friend is Jesus Christ. And scene. What do you think about that?
Pretty nonsensical.
No, I think it tracked perfectly. That could have been a movie from start to finish. Like
So I started watching this episode of the podcast, and all fine and dandy. They open up with maybe like a Poppers bit, but then it divulges into them being friends with Jesus and then the Holy Spirit and something about the Da Vinci Code. Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
I mean, it culminates in this. They got into a fight over who got sucked off by the most dudes in 1 week, and then, they just brought it back to Jesus somehow, and then that was the end.
It's a good start to a podcast.
It's a great story in of itself.
What other podcast has started like this?
I don't think a single podcast ever has started that way.
Yeah, name 4.
You know what's crazy? In the grand scheme of things, there is we're pretty early in the podcast game. They'll be making podcasts 100 years from now.
Well, Joe Rogan has like thousands.
True.
Or over 1,000. I don't know if he's hit.
Oh, he does. He does.
Okay,
I think he has
2,000.
over 2,000, which is ridiculous considering those are each like 3 hours long.
He's just a man that likes having conversation, man.
He likes just chilling, man. He likes vibes. He likes good vibes.
Having people on.
I can't fault a man for liking good vibes, ever.
I mean, he's doing what we do. We're just, he likes bringing his friends on. Ben Shapiro.
Matt Walsh.
Steven Crowder. I know people then are going to be like, he also brings left people on. Yes. But in particular, the groups of people that he brings on usually have a very anti-gay stance.
I would say that only...
Or anti-trans or something, and which is stupid in this day and age. And yes, Joe does fight him back on that, but it's still funny. Joe knows all of this shit going in.
Yeah, like he knows what they're going to say, and he knows that he's exposing it to an audience of millions of people that go,
This is interesting.
Yeah.
So I love. It's just kind of like I love the What Is a Woman documentary. You know, it's just amazing how you capture these people. It's really incredible piece of work, man. And then later on, he's like, I'm just so surprised you're homophobic. It's like he just doesn't pick up nuance on anything. Joe.
He's playing 5D chess with his guests, actually.
He's literally the epitome of like some guy, like some dude scheming in a corner and goes up like to him and is like, hey, I'm definitely not planning anything devious. Do you want to be friends? And then he's like, sure, buddy. He had a smile on. He said he had some plans.
I mean, this dude was the nicest guy. I tell you, like, this guy was the nicest guy to me. You know, it's actually like, I shook his hand, he had blood on his hands. And it turns out later that he had just killed somebody. And it's like, dude, I didn't see that coming.
I mean, come on. Like, I shook his hand at the bar. He was the nicest guy to me.
Like, he shook my hand and he was nice.
We went out to dinner. We shared a meal. Yeah. You know, just as us, you know, you might be asking, maybe they're in a good mood because it's two millionaires having a steak dinner and having the best food in the world while not having to worry about this is too much. How are we getting home? What do I have to think about what I'm going to do to make money tomorrow?
It actually is insane how quickly Joe Rogan went from absolute grief and sorrow for me to just, fuck this guy. He had no place being in that ring.
It's not a guy's son?
Why does it lie? And then instantly he's like, oh yeah, he sucks.
Yeah, well.
No.
We both were good. You were
great, Ryan. You were great.
No, like, thank you. But like, you know, I lasted. But the whole point of the event wasn't to see the top prowess in boxing amongst YouTubers. It wasn't like, let's look at all the YouTubers, then let's see who's interested in boxing, then let's see who actually has a good career, who's trained a lot, and then let's put them together. It was, let's take people who have never done this shit before, who probably haven't done most things that require any athletic ability. Right. And let's give them a certain amount of time. They for us, it was, I think I started training in December. So like, you know, 4 or 5 months
and a half
of training.
months. Yeah.
You know, see what happens. And you know, we could have done better, but we did what we did, and we came out on top. Baby.
Hey man, we saved those children. We got our asses whooped, and guess what? It's for charity.
And that's why I said we came out on top, because ultimately, you know, we saved all those kids.
We saved a lot of children. If you and I hadn't fought in the first creator clash, there'd be a lot more dead kids right now. But you and I, we saved a lot of children's lives. Pretty cool, right?
It's pretty cool.
That's a cool magic trick. Actually, do you want to see a magic trick?
Sure.
Pretty cool magic trick. You ready for it?
I think I'm prepared.
I don't know if you've ever seen a magic trick like this before. Watch this. Ready? Hocus pocus, advertocus.
Good money habits start with your very first paycheck. And if you just scored your first job, you've got an opportunity to jumpstart a healthy financial journey. When you sign up for Chime and link a qualifying direct deposit, you get access to benefits like getting paid up to 2 days early and fee-free overdraft up to $200. And with Chime, there are no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and no deposit required to become a member. I'm not gonna lie, the no monthly fees is definitely why Matt and I love Chime. Well, Matt's more of a fan of the whole like no deposit required to become a member thing, but we both love it for equally good reason. So sign up for a Chime checking account today to link your paycheck. It only takes 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/super. That's chime.com/super. Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp Bank North America or Stride Bank North America. Members FDIC. Early access to direct deposit funds depends on payer. SpotMe eligibility requirements and overdraft limits apply. See chime.com/spotme. Yippee, 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 yippee.
Welcome back, you sons of guns. And this is the continuation of this episode of the SuperMegaCast, where we are discussing Sorry, we are discussing. I think I accidentally said disgusting.
We're not disgusting.
No. We're discussing certain topics, certain things, and we're laughing along the way sometimes.
If it makes you feel any better, Ryan, I personally did not hear you say disgusting. I heard you say discussing.
Good.
You know, your brain might be playing little tricks on you.
My brain loves to play tricks on me.
It plays tricks on me, too. It actually is insane, you know, when your brain decides to play little tricks on you. Do you ever does your brain ever play tricks on you where out of the corner of your eye you see movement, you see something like a black shadow like move, and you like jump and you look and there's nothing?
Yeah, you know, it'll just be like a car passing by or something, and it gets your brain to be like, what was that? Like the blinds or something. Like I notice cars passing by the blinds, and like it'll get my attention right away. It enacts this fight or flight response.
No, I mean like a shadowy flash that is actually nothing. Do you get that ever? Like it really is just your eyes or your brain just playing a trick. Like nothing actually moved. It's just a, you know?
No, because I mean usually whenever that happens, it is something in your periphery, like a shadow that, like, let's say it is like the sun changed and a branch just got in the way or something, and you go, it's like, huh? You know?
So you really never see shadows?
No. It's probably because I do a lot of poppers. Maybe the secret antidote.
Hey, you're using your foot to push the poppers towards me.
No, I'm not.
How did they get right here again?
I placed them on the table.
And your foot was pushing them.
That was all by coincidence and happenstance. You think after that crazy, confusing heart-to-heart we had in the beginning of this podcast that I would dare test you like this or your friendship with Jesus? No. If you want me to take it away, I'll take it away.
No. Stop. Wait. No. What? Sorry, I'm getting I got Jesus on the line in my head right now. Hold on.
What's he saying?
Really? I just got out of rehab. All right, crazy turn of events. Big man upstairs just told me it's cool to do it. He actually said it would make me cooler if I sniffed the poppers.
See, that's what I told you. He told me. Remember when I said that in the beginning of the podcast? I said,
yeah,
something like that. No, I said something similar to that
earlier. But he told me in my head.
Right.
He told me in my head that I not to do it. But now he's coming back saying to do it. Wait a second. What if it's the deceiver pretending to be Jesus inside my head?
What, you have an open line to the deceiver at all times?
I hope not. No, I don't know.
That's dangerous, Matt.
I don't have an open line.
If you have an open line to Jesus and an open line to the deceiver, it gives the deceiver a link to heaven. Things weren't too good when he was in heaven last time, were they?
Oh, fuck.
It's the reason hell was created. Because he was such an asshole. He was a dick.
He's the ultimate hater.
Yeah.
He's like, fine, kick me out of your little group. Guess what? I made hell, you know?
Well, God created hell. Got to throw him there.
Oh,
I think, right?
That's right. But then he became the king of it.
Yeah, he's like, this is my space, baby.
That would be like if we had caught Bin Laden alive and sent him to jail, and then he became the king of jail. And then like it's just like, oh God, he runs the place and they love him. We can't do anything about it.
We just send him to the Bahamas, to a particular resort, and like the locals start to love him. It's like we can't. There would be too many civilian casualties on the line of people that we have a lot of tourism that goes there. We still want to make money.
It's the whole thing of like Napoleon when he was exiled. They cast him away to like a remote island. So we catch Bin Laden. We're like we exile him to an island. It's just like a really beautiful island in the Bahamas with like a sandals resort.
He's drinking out of coconuts. Just he has to come up and be like, oh, this tastes like poop.
He's just chilling on a sandals resort, going on the water slides.
He has to pretend to hate it whenever the U.S. troops show up.
They show up to check in, and he's like, oh, I hate it. Oh, they leave, and
they make me stay out in the sun all day.
Another strawberry daiquiri, Mr. Bin Laden.
And all of a sudden, he's like looking like, that's not what I ordered. That's weird.
The Mai Tai. You're right. This wasn't yours. Oh. The idea of Bin Laden hanging out in the Bahamas, just living it up as his punishment for the September 11th terrorist attacks is, now that's a freaking image, you know? I would love to see AI create a picture of that. Bin Laden living it up. Hey, show me the body, dude. Where is it? Where's Bin Laden's body? Why didn't I ever see it?
Why pay AI to do that when you could just not pay a bunch of interns from Canada to do the work for you?
That's true.
And it's a project for their school.
Exactly.
And then they could reference that project on applications for future jobs.
It's
but not
exposure.
with this company. We don't, even though we're an animation company, so to speak, in this thing.
In this hypothetical. Abusing college students
let's
as
say
interns.
we're an animation studio.
Sure.
Why would, given that we are an animation studio, hire in-house animators? That's expensive.
Very.
So why don't we just, contract it out, baby?
Or send it over to the Philippines.
Okay.
Have them do it. Pennies on the dollar.
Huh?
Pennies on the dollar. You thought I said penis on the dollar, didn't you?
I did.
I didn't say penis on the dollar, but
You said pennies on the dollar.
now I'm imagining a guy with a dollar bill and he's got his cock on it. He's going, hey, penis on the dollar.
Dollar bills are disgusting.
They are. They're very dirty.
So imagine what that would do. What diseases would ravage your penis if it...
Well, you got to think that, it's very hard for diseases to survive without, a host or something. Dollar's not very warm unless you keep it wet and in your pocket. Also,
You can pee on the dollar to sanitize it.
piss is sterile.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier, I brought up AI creating that image of Bin Laden on the beach, and you said, well, why have AI do it when you can not pay interns?
Mm-hmm.
We're completely skipping over something that's right in front of us.
What?
Why do either of those things when we're already paying our good friend Luke to draw that picture for us? Here it is,
shit.
ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
if
you,
you're
Luke.
watching the video version, here's Luke's drawing of Bin Laden at a Sandals resort in the Bahamas, enjoying drinking out of a coconut. It's got a little umbrella in it. Really good job, Luke. And also, I haven't seen the drawing yet, Luke, but let's be careful because you are drawing a terrorist. So let's make sure that we don't bring any.
And I do want to preface
negative stereotypes into your drawing.
I just want to make sure we get this. You brought it up, and I want to make sure we put it out there. We are not saying that the person in your picture is a terrorist because they just so happen to be Middle Eastern. The person in your picture is Osama bin Laden, head of a terrorist syndicate, or ex-head of a terrorist syndicate.
He's probably the most famous terrorist of all time.
Yeah, I just want to make sure it's
out. Like, make sure it's out there.
Make sure maybe you have an arrow like this is Bin Laden, so they don't just think it's it's a racist caricature of a Middle Eastern man.
That then we called a terrorist. That's not the case at all. It's actually a terrorist.
It's actually just a racist caricature of a terrorist.
Exactly. So which makes it okay. That makes it all good then. Because it's a terrorist, we can get as racist as we want with that drawing.
Yeah, why not?
Luke can. So
thank
you, Luke. It's fantastic. And for the audio listeners, I think we described it pretty good. So you can imagine what Luke's drawing looked like, or even do a rendition of your own. I don't want to do that. I don't want to put that challenge out there.
Well, it
YouTubers challenge fan base to draw terrorists.
Harkens back to our Starbucks challenge.
Oh,
back in the Kids with Problems
asking
days.
people to plant bombs in the Starbucks around the United States. Bad idea.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Starbucks video.
But in reality, what I was referring to was when we told people to tell the Starbucks to put ISIS on their coffee cups right before
Merry Christmas ISIS, that little campaign we started, which was a funny sketch in concept, and then maybe the day, ISIS kind of poor timing, because after we dropped that sketch, ISIS kind of did a terrorist attack the next day in France, and we were like, all right, guys, stop with the challenge now. It's enough with the
oops.
You don't even need to do the challenge.
Merry Christmas, ISIS.
# Merry Christmas, ISIS.
But a lot of those people probably had their own Sharpies, ordered a coffee, wrote it on themselves, and then sent the picture. I don't think too many people actually asked, can you write Merry Christmas, ISIS on my cup?
Maybe, though, because ISIS is a name. I knew a girl named Isis. Ice Spice. Her name is Isis.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So, dude,
You're not still talking to Ice Spice, are you?
No, she has ghosted me.
Same happened to me.
She seems so into me, too. Well,
the weird thing is like, she was... I want to see if you can find anything in your story that is similar to mine and see if we can piece it together. Ice Spice and I start talking. We have our own Minecraft server. We're playing every day. We're talking probably 4 hours a night, 3 to 4 hours. Sometimes it's a little light, but we're talking for a good bit. And one day it's like, hey, you're friends with Matt Watson. Can you introduce me? And so, remember when I brought Ice Spice as my date to that wedding we went to?
Uh-huh.
And you ended up not as my date. It wasn't granted, it wasn't like we didn't advertise. It wasn't a date. We weren't together, but
it's the way you bring a date to a wedding.
Yes.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you're dating.
And y'all got close. And like a few weeks pass, it starts to dissipate more in terms of the attention and the calls, and she starts not showing up to the Minecraft server. And what I'm saying is, did you introduce Ice Spice to any one of your cool, rich, handsome friends recently? I just want to say it's all water under the bridge. I'm trying to help you out in this scenario.
Fuck. That makes so much sense now. I was wondering why she kind of stopped talking to me now. Fuck. Yeah. Me and her, we were playing Minecraft one night. I mean, you guys she plays it with a bunch of different people, It's not like I was trying to take that from you guys, but
yeah.
You said water under the bridge, so I'm just giving
I did. I'm listening. I'm just paying attention to your story.
Me and Isis were playing Minecraft. Not the terrorist organization, Ice Spice. And I said, hey, I got a friend who's got a crazy server, and he's got some crazy stuff. And next thing you know, we're in Fort Buscus. And Em and Toby, she met Tobuscus that night So for all I know, she's probably in Fort Buscus right now with them.
Oh, God. It's all been a long con. And who does Tobuscus know? Who we recently collaborated with, not but a few months ago or so. Maybe it was a year. I'm bad with time.
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
God damn it. Fuck. She planned that from the start, didn't she?
She knew that. Boom. Ryan to Matt.
To Tobuscus.
To Kyle
Rittenhouse. Oh, she's a clever one. God damn it. That's obvious.
Granted, it was my stepdad, Jim, to Ryan.
Yeah. But still, that's obvious, you know? That's how did we not see that?
I feel used and abused.
I do too, man. I feel like I was literally just a rung of a ladder for someone to step on. Just to get to that glorious fucking Kyle Rittenhouse at the top.
Should we warn Toby that this is coming? This is coming down the pipe? He's so happy.
I don't want to take that away from him.
You saw he just posted recently. They went on a vacation to Iraq. They've been posting pictures every day.
Yeah.
Beautiful country.
Yeah, I did. Do you think maybe that was like the joke? They went as a joke thing because he's like, hey, your name's Isis. You know where Isis is from. What if we, just as a joke?
That would be weird, I guess.
It is a beautiful country. But yeah, I did see those vacation pics and
I forgot to bring my sun hat last time I went.
Oh, dude, your sunburn was awful.
I was complaining like a mother.
You were, but you were peeling, man. We got back in the hotel room, and you couldn't even get in the hot tub because your sunburn was too bad.
I got in a cold tub.
Yeah, you did. But I don't know if we should tell Toby. He seems so happy, man.
I mean, let him have this little bit of happiness before the fall, I guess.
And he'll shoot the messenger. He'll hate us.
That is true. Yeah, you don't want to call out. Okay, well, our hands seem to be tied in this scenario. But yeah, I'm glad we got to the bottom of it, though. It seems like we pieced together a certain toxic pattern.
And I've heard that from many people that Kyle, Mr. Rittenhouse, is a generous lover.
Oh, really?
Yes, I have heard that.
Who have you heard these things from?
Well,
you have to be close to these people to hear.
Oh no, when you're someone like Kyle, that he has a reputation for what he can do with that hog, with his little Porky the Pig. He's got a reputation for it. let's just say that Mr. Rittenhouse, behind the scenes, is known a little better for a different type of shooting. Ejaculating. He's very good in the sack.
Let's go to ads. He killed people.
Was that in poor taste?
He killed people.
Oh, fuck. That was in poor taste, wasn't it? Whether you're searching for the latest sneaker drop, that iconic handbag, a timeless watch, or your next piece of classic jewelry, eBay authenticators are there verifying every detail of your purchase. Yup, we're talking every inch, stitch, tick, facet, and clasp that make the piece you're searching for worthy of your collection. eBay's authenticators are experts in their craft, true connoisseurs. And as leaders in their fields, they're making sure your items always arrive as authentic as your style. So go ahead, get that piece you've always wanted, and leave it up to the meticulous eyes of an eBay authenticator to make sure that watch movement is original, that glimmer is real gold, that rare sneaker is legit, or that handbag is really made of genuine leather and never get faked over again. In a world full of fakes, it's time to get real with eBay Authenticity Guarantee, because everyone deserves real. Visit ebay.com for terms. He had a nice jawline, this Marshall
Kyle?
Mathers.
Oh.
Marshall Mathers. Well, Kyle has a great jawline too.
If I don't know why I'm if you can't gauge, Matt and I are actually racist.
Yes, very much so.
That's all right. It's whatever I tried to be genuine, I just wanted to make it into a joke. I'm like, our views don't,
No, Kyle Rittenhouse is an awful human being, and we don't like Kyle. The reason for that being, I lent him some stuff and he never returned it. Specifically, I lent him
Pokemon Emerald.
And that costs a lot of money these days. That goes for like $90 on eBay.
Yep.
And
you even lent him your SP.
I did, and I have yet to hear back from. I've literally texted Kyle like 3 times, like, "Hey man, you've had it for 2.5 months. Game doesn't take that long to beat." And I was just wondering. I didn't even ask for it back. I just said, "Hey, can you give me a general idea of when I can get it back?" Nope. So, that's what it is.
And to all of the people that apparently get upset over us, quote unquote, lying so much, like on the podcast, I'm sorry that our lives are so entertaining that the only way for you to cope is to call them lies.
I know. It pisses me off when people are like, all they do on the podcast is make up these fake stories and these lies. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, that sitting in a basement in Indiana eating gruel all day is what you think everyone does. But guess what? We're out here hanging out with Kyle Rittenhouse, or we were hanging out with him. I haven't heard from him in a while, but we're out here doing awesome shit.
Yeah, maybe you should stop volunteering at a children's hospital and get a real fucking job.
Mm-hmm. Like YouTuber.
And maybe then you'll experience the exciting and whimsical lifestyle that we have.
Maybe one of these days, I don't
know, people like, I've seen it every now and then. It's like, it's always these fake bits. And it's like, were they there?
Yeah, they weren't
there. Were they there?
They weren't there.
So it seems like a he said, she said, doesn't it?
You know what they do? You know what they do when they say that we're liars? You know what they're doing?
Crying, seething, coping.
They're crying, seething, coping, pissing, shitting, not coming, and they're bearing false witness.
Yep.
You know who else bore false witness?
Judas.
That's right. Guess how much he bore false witness for? 30 pieces of silver. Isn't that insane?
Not even a slice of gold.
No, 30 mere pieces of silver.
No frankincense, no myrrh.
Betrayed
even though that
Christ.
would have been an awful... Silver's way more valuable than...
Betrayed him for like a little bit of frankincense. But afterwards, he's like, that was a bad deal.
I should have gone for the myrrh.
He's like, that's why he wasn't upset because he betrayed Christ and felt bad about it. It was because he's like, I could have gotten so much more. God damn it. Really? That's the deal I made? 30 pieces of frankincense? Fuck. God damn it. What even is frankincense? What are those? Growing up, I always thought they were like I always thought frankincense was like incense, probably because of the name.
I thought it was a plant type shit. Is it not?
Is it like a metal?
No. Oh no, is it? Here we go.
What is frankincense, and does it even fucking exist? It's a liquid.
It's an aromatic resin used in incense. So it is incense.
Oh.
I thought it was like some sort of nice smelling plantish type extract or some shit.
Judas finds this out and he looks and he has a little bag of rocks and he's like, wait a fucking second. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. Now what's myrrh? Myrrh is right? That's a metal. That's a plant?
The Marine Education Research and Rehabilitation Institute.
It's spelled with a Y. Well, so education can be spelled with a Y.
Well, I'm just giving you the first thing that popped up, okay?
It's a sap-like substance. It's a resin that comes out of cuts in the bark of certain trees.
Okay, so that's the plant thing. Okay.
Why the fuck, bro? Why are they bringing this baby that's just born in the freezing cold incense in plants? Bring my fucking blanket. How about that?
It's probably good for a baby's digestion or something, you know?
Sure, but yeah, he's fucking freezing cold, man. He was just born. He can't even eat food yet.
Feed him the frankincense.
He could have some frankincense.
Maybe some of the myrrh to wash it down.
Give him a little sip of that frankincense. Yo, we out here doing shots in the club. We're in the club doing shots of frankincense.
Now, you didn't think frankincense was incense because it sounded similar, right?
It's 100% why I thought that.
Okay.
But look at that. It worked out. Everything worked out.
I'm fist bumping Matt.
I want you at some point to, lay me down in swaddling cloth and anoint me with frankincense and myrrh. Would you do that?
Yeah. Is this your water?
That is my water. Would you like some?
Oh. Huh. Oops. I dropped something. Could you pick that up for me?
What is it? Hey, dude. Oh, my God, man.
Sorry, it fell on the floor. What is that?
It's a vial of poppers, man.
Oh, what? Looks like the Lord is trying to tell you something.
Lord's not. Oh, wait a second. We were just talking about liquids that you sniff, right? That's an interesting connection, right?
God's plan. There are a lot of bad things that you wishing and wishing and wishing on me.
Wait, and we were just talking about Jesus Christ, and then you brought up Drake. That's a connection.
Yep. Drake, like the dragon. Well, it's not a dragon. The
one that Christ slayed in Bethlehem?
Yeah. Is that a Mormon thing? Did Christ slay a dragon? Honestly, I believe it if that was in there.
That Christ slayed a dragon?
A drake.
A drake, yeah. Not our Drake. If Christ slayed our Drake,
No.
I'm going atheist.
Drake is in the non-mythical creature that exists even to this day.
Well, Drake is a little, in my mind, a little mythical. He's got mythical qualities about himself.
He does. He has a habit of just knowing who to befriend. He knows who to. How do I put this? He knows how to solidify long-lasting relationships. Billie Eilish, Billy Bobby Brown,
Billy Bobby Brown?
Millie Bobby Brown, Billy Bobby Brown, Billy Bob Thornton, Billy Bobby Brown.
Whoa. Sorry, that's another connection. You know who loves doing poppers? Billy Bob Thornton.
Does he?
That's 3 connections in a row, man. I think that's the Lord trying to tell me something.
And you know who, Billy Bob Thornton, what movie he starred in, right?
Passion of the Christ.
No.
That wasn't
Bad
him?
News Bears.
He was in Bad News Bears.
The remake of Bad News Bears.
He wasn't in the Passion. He wasn't Christ?
He was not in the Passion of the Christ. He was never been in a movie, I don't think, that depicted Jesus.
This is a Mandela effect for me, dude. I swear to God, Billy Bob Thornton played the Jesus Christ in Passion of the Christ, but
he was in a movie where he had ravenous sex with Catwoman. People thought that they were actually having real sex on when they saw the movie. I don't even know what the movie's title is.
Billy Bob Thornton boinks a hot lady.
I only remember when I was young, I was like, movie sex scenes,
Billy Bob Thornton boinking Catherine Zeta-Jones.
It just popped
the
up
movie.
as one of them, There are a lot of classic sex scenes out there.
Also come to peer pressure.
No way.
Yeah, I'll pop off, all right, man?
Oh, shit. Matt's about to pop off.
You know what? Who needs rehab?
Oh, yeah, baby. You know what? I'll pop off again.
Fuck, I feel the devil coming inside me. It, like, going and not...
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, I'll tell you something, brother. I don't feel the devil coming inside me. I feel Jesus Christ coming inside me right now.
Yeah, you do. Jesus, God, whoever you want. It's just this warmness. You can feel them coming inside of you. You can feel like the warmness filling your stomach. It's nice.
Yeah, I can feel that warmth, that warm love of Christ inside of me.
Like after the release, you get that rush of like, ah. After being, after having them come inside of you. Does the audience get this joke?
I want to maybe we should do a couple more iterations of it just to really make sure that they get the joke.
We could do iterations, or we could just explain it.
No, I don't want to explain it. I say we explain it by doing the joke more obviously.
It is a complex joke. It's kind of hard to explain.
It's hard to get. And these YouTube podcast listeners, they don't get this complex type of stuff. I mean, for Christ's sake, they think our life is a lie.
Yeah.
So they probably don't understand this type of humor. Oh man, I love it when Jesus comes inside of me.
And just because you're breathing doesn't mean you're alive. So check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. REB comes out, Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
It's a good reference. Bet y'all don't know it.
I bet you $20 they don't get that reference.
Bet you they don't.
I bet you $20 fucking they don't get that reference. And that's a lot of money, so that's a big bet to make.
You get it, though.
Oh, I get it, of course.
Oh, I know you get it.
Of course I get it, dude.
I know you get it.
Stop, man. When you whisper like that into the microphone, I can feel it tingling all over my body.
I know you fucking get it.
Stop, man. Stop. You're sending chills down the spines of everyone listening right now.
Hey, editor Luke. Hey, Luke.
You know Luke hates this, right?
I'm talking to you right now, baby. Do you cut this or do you not? Am I going to say something naughty? So you might have to cut it. I don't know. You're just going to have to pay attention, baby.
Are you going to say something naughty?
I don't know. I'll just have to. So Aziz Ansari's uncanceled, right?
Oh, yeah. We owe him a big apology. I think we all owe Louis C.K. a big apology. Oh, I got an update. I've been watching, I've now watched The Righteous Gemstones twice, all the way through.
Twice in a row.
It's only 18 episodes.
That much?
I did. It's...
Third season's coming out soon, huh?
Next month. Perfect time for a fellow South Carolina boy to give it a watch. It's really funny. And
ever since Better Call Saul stopped airing, there's
it's only 18 episodes.
There's something the boys could start watching. Does it release on a certain day?
Weekly, yeah. Dude, you got...
On Sundays?
I don't know. June 18th, if that's a Sunday.
Start coming over, having some wings again?
Please, dude. It's so funny. You would love it.
I could binge it.
It's
18 episodes.
It's only 18. I've watched it twice and
is each episode 45 minutes to an hour, or
Nope.
is it like 20?
Because it's 25? HBO, they vary. Some of them are an hour and some of them are like 30 minutes.
Oh shit.
Some of them are 45 minutes. It's weird. But it's really...
I do love John Goodman.
John Goodman is great in it. Danny McBride is fucking phenomenal in it.
And I'm not trying to start shit. I'm just not the biggest fan of what's his name? Divine?
Adam Devine.
Adam Devine. I'm not a biggest supporter of him.
It's a specific type of bro comedy for sure. He plays the youth pastor.
Does he play the same character that he usually does in every single movie? Let me put it this: he's playing the 30-year-old that looks young and acts the way he looks. Essentially, he acts like a middle schooler. A 30-year-old that acts like a middle schooler.
Yeah,
Not like us.
No. He plays the youth leader, and
we get a part in this show?
I would love to audition because they shoot it in Charleston. I'm already tight with Danny McBride. You know that.
Oh yeah, you're best buddies.
Yeah, we're tight.
After
man.
working on that shoot, that long shoot, that grueling shoot.
It was an all-day shoot. Crazy thing is, it actually was an all-day shoot, even though I had just a non-speaking extra role.
But you got to stand before his grace.
He was very funny.
And you also got to stand before, what's that other dude? The goofy sounding name?
Ryan, I rewatched. I've watched Vice Principals. Was not Walton Goggins.
So you lied.
You lied. I thought that he was on set. Was not him.
What happens to liars, Matt? What happens to liars?
I didn't know Walton Goggins back then. So I thought that it was him on set, and then I went back and watched because I never actually...
Wasn't he in Vice Principals?
He is the main character.
Walter Goggins.
Yeah, Walton.
Walton.
Don't call him Walton.
I thought the main character was Danny McBride. Or they're both Are they
both
competing?
vice principals.
Vice principals?
Yeah, they're competing for the role as vice principal, and then it gets...
Oh, I thought they were like vice principals at different schools.
No, they're the same. They're. So basically, but yeah, Adam Devine plays a character where he's the youth pastor that is like trying to be hip, but his character is really fucking funny. And what I say is like the way he dresses, he has like the gelled hair and like the beanie and all the necklaces and the V-neck and shit. So funny. But Walton Goggins is undoubtedly the best character in Righteous Gemstones.
I do like him.
He plays this like...
He had some hilarious lines in Django.
He did. He had some really funny ones, didn't he? No, dude, he plays this like old pastor type guy that's like just real sleazy named Baby Billy.
Baby Billy.
Yeah, and he's like really red and has like white hair, and
he got his start like I'd say he was maybe recognized from Justified,
and then he was in Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, okay. He was in Sons of Anarchy, and then Quentin picked him up for a movie. He started just showing. He was in Django. He was in the what's the Snowy Cabin, the Crazy Eight or whatever the fuck it's
Hateful
called.
Eight, yeah.
Hateful Eight.
Yeah, he's
the Crazy Eight.
He's really he's a phenomenal actor. But I will say, Righteous Gemstones, you know,
this is his best work.
In my opinion, yes. Just
is
because
John Goodman good in it?
John Goodman is good, man. He's very good. It's also just, you know, they shoot it in Charleston, obviously. And remember on the last episode, I talked about how they shot at the restaurant across from my Chick-fil-A?
I did.
They show my Chick-fil-A. That's right. In the final episode of season 2, they show my fucking Chick-fil-A. Full shot. And I went, if you thought I did the Leo thing like that last time, holy freaking crap, Lois. I went, oh my God, there it is. You can see the drive-thru and everything.
You know, I think enough time has worn off. While these were poppers, it was also, in fact, a truth-telling serum.
What?
Because I have something to ask of you.
What?
Where were you on January 6th?
I was here. Just hanging out, man. I was here, man. Hanging out. Playing some pocket pool. I was in Washington, D.C.
Yep. I knew it. Yep.
Not for the reason you think, though.
I knew it.
Not for the reason you think.
Okay, so let me tell my side of the story, all right? I show up with my protest signs and everything, excited for you to be there. I text you, where are you? And you say, oh, sorry, I missed my flight. And now, thanks to this goddamn truth-telling serum, I found out you were actually there, ditching a fun hangout sesh with your boy. Who was so important that you had to not only did you have to ditch me, you probably had to cautiously look out every few minutes to make sure I wasn't in sight. And my signs were awesome. I spent a lot of time on those goddamn signs.
Ryan, I didn't want you to find out this way, man. Listen, it's not that I didn't want to protest at the Capitol with you that day. It's just another friend invited me, you know, and it's another friend group, and I didn't think that you guys would vibe, but I didn't want to hurt your feelings and, you know, flake on you. So I just said, no, sorry, I can't. So I went and hung out with them.
It's just like there's not like that's a once in a lifetime. It's like Halley's Comet, you know? It's a once in a lifetime thing. I mean, it's all over and done with now. So,
oh man, these other friends, I just don't know if you'd vibe with them that well.
Fucking knew it, dude. Should have listened to Jesus.
Speaking of Jesus, Ryan, I mean, you sniffed that truth serum too, didn't you? That's right. You sniffed it as well. Yeah. You just laid all your fucking cards out on the table, didn't you? You could have gone this whole time without telling me that was truth serum, but now you've told me that. I still would have answered the same anyway. I would have told the truth without even realizing I had sniffed truth serum. But now look at you. Look like a damn fool. It's what you look like. So can I ask you a question, Ryan?
No.
So, do you like my music?
What, that Youch stuff? Is that...
Do you like it? Like, do I make good music or...
Yes, I'm actually jealous of your musical capabilities.
Really?
Damn you, Matt Watson. Damn you for making me speak from the heart.
Hey, Ryan, I got one more question to ask you. Would you like to, maybe do the Patreon exclusive after hours show now?
Patreon, is that the same place where people can all, they pay $5 to join, they become a patron of SuperMega, and then they not only get the after show for the podcast, but they get Uncle Sleepover, which is Uncles Matt and Ryan commentating over movies, the most recent one being The Social Network. And so we do that, we upload it, and then, all the nieces and nephews get to watch it along with us.
That's right.
Has that new show too?
It has our new show on there, as well as, for each episode of this podcast, an additional paywalled segment. Pretty cool stuff where you get to hear all the juicy gossip.
Uncut mailroom episodes?
Uncut mailroom episodes.
Oh, whoa.
And even Q&A videos where you can ask us questions and we'll answer them. Even like curated playlists and just behind the scenes stuff and unreleased, all sorts of fun stuff. Extended versions of popular videos, whatever. But
also, I think just something to mention before this cuts out is that since it was truth serum, that we were telling the truth the whole time, and there was no gaslighting or fantastical stories.
That's right.
We were telling the truth.
That's right, actually, because for all the loons who call us liars about the stories we tell, guess what? We were on truth serum the whole time.
Yep.
That's right. So how could we be liars if we both had some truth serum?
Unless it's the stuff that makes us look bad.
Then that was simply jokes.
Or anything that can be taken out of context.
AI.
Yeah.
It was deep fakes.
But
anyway.
We'll see you next week, and we'll see our patrons very, very soon.
Yeah, maybe right now. Maybe you're actually watching this episode early and no ads on Patreon. Or you're watching it on YouTube or listening to it on a streaming service. And you're going to go, you know what? Now I'm going to go right now and give those fucking bozos $5. And next thing you know, I'm going to listen to more SuperMegaCast. The secret sauce. Let's do it. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Matt and Ryan, that was not funny. But I love SuperMega.